So I have a little bit of time this morning and I'm going to attempt to do some paint correction. I've got a few chips in the bodywork. So we've had this nice kind of Sahara sand rain down on everything. But there is a chip in the bonnet I found when cleaning it the other day. But I can't find it now. I'm going to have to clean it. There it is. So I'm going to have to try and crack that. There's another scratch here. And I can feel it. So I'm going to try my best to fill that. But it might be a bit tricky because it's so fine. There's also some kind of rusting appearing here. So I think I'm going to have to try and sand that down before touching that up. Yeah, some more down here as well. And then try and look out for anywhere else. Yeah, there we go. There's a bit there. And I know there's a bit over here. Yeah, in the usual spot where water kind of lingers. This side, not so much. Just this side. So, oh, there's a bit up here. I wonder what the other side's like. Again, the other side's fine. Rather strange. But yeah, the car's going to need a decent clean first. How's this looking? Yeah, a little bit on the edge of the door again. And then this panel is really quite bad. I think I'm just going to strip that and completely paint it in the shop. So another thing I'm doing is just changing these gas struts. They're a little unreliable. The bonnet has fallen on me a couple of times. So they're quite easy. You just, on this side, you've got this extra plastic kind of cable holder. And then you just use a flathead screwdriver in there. I'm just going to swap hands. To tease that up and over the nodule. Same thing down here. There we go. And once you've done that, oh, get your new one ready because I'm going to have to support the bonnet with my shoulder. So, just literally with this up, you can just then pull it off. Same down there. That then comes off. New one goes that way round. You see that? Straight on there. Get a good old push until you hear the click. Same up here. That click is that metal piece holding it in place, and then that back on, and now, oh, it even pushes the bonnet up. Yeah, my bonnet didn't do that before. Perfect. I'm going to start by giving the car a good clean, and then I'm going to clay bar it. I think. Oh, I am. See how that goes, and then hopefully I've got enough time to start putting some paint on and giving it time to dry. We'll see. Family are gone for about 2 hours, so I haven't got long. Just done a wash. It's a bit sunny. I don't like that. It's a bit too sunny today. Shouldn't really wax the car in the sun. Don't know about clay barring, but in cleaning it, these really became apparent. Look at that. Two right in the bonnet, and they're starting to rust. So I'm gonna have to do something fairly major with them. See how well I can do it. There's also a little one there, just starting. There. That's all over the bloody place. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's strange. Okay, whatever that was on the bonnet. As is that. I'm guessing all of that's likely to come out in the clay barring though. So, let's see what clay barring has to do. I've needed the clay bar, and now you work on it about a foot at a time, so you need to use the spray. I mean, basically just follow the instructions on the pack. It shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, spray roughly a square foot, and then in straight line motions with the clay bar, rub off the dirt. Let's see how that goes. Well, an astonishing amount of dirt came off with the clay bar, and more so when I went over with a microfiber cloth, just smearing the residue of the liquid that lubricates the clay bar, which left a fair bit back on the surface, but it obviously unhitched it from the paint. Really tempted just to wax it now, but I do need to address some of these issues. That down there. There's this one here, which will just be paint. I think to get my eye in, I'm going to do here and where was it? There's one around here somewhere that was possibly there, that one. Get my eye in with the paint. So I'm going to remove the rust. I'm going to try and use a small burr on my Dremel, which I hope is not a massive mistake, but we'll see. You know what? Actually appeared to work all right. Okay, now because that's quite deep and it's down to the metal, I'm going to use a bit of primer. So I've put some primer on, and now I'm going in with a bit of colour coat, which I'm going to try and layer up. It's from a spray can, so we'll probably need 2 or 3 coats to cover the primer. there's a few areas of the car I can do whilst I wait for each one to dry, but the weather's really probably very good for this stuff drying. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to wet and dry this a little bit, and normally I'd use this over a block, but it's such a curvy area this that I just want to kind of smooth it off a bit, and I'm going to have to do it by hand, I think, so I can feel it. There's no way of getting a block to do this. Okay. I've got to polish now, I think. Try and blend in these different areas. So effectively, I'm doing a mop on the car a bit sooner than I thought I was going to. But hey ho, it's well, needed doing. Just in the doghouse because I'm not doing the things that the family wants us to do today, after all. Things got carried away. Well, I would say what I thought was going to be a 2-hour job turned into a 6-hour job. So I used the polisher and some cutting compound, and I will say it's got rid of most of the swirl marks. There was tons in the paint. Battery died on the camera, so I didn't capture some of it, but I've then waxed it with Turtle Wax's Hybrid Solutions ceramic and graphene paste wax, and I will say it looks pretty blooming shiny. I'm pretty impressed with that. Hopefully it will protect it from the rain. There were a lot of issues with the paint, and I think I've got rid of 80%. I haven't touched up all of the paint bits because I knew I was running out of time, and then vastly exceeded it, and the family have gone off and done stuff without me, which is a shame because I only get one day off a week and it's nice to do things with them. These didn't come out all that well, but better than they were, and at least the paint's protected temporarily until I can have another crack at them when I've maybe got more time. This is so bad I haven't even attempted it. I'm going to remove it, I'm going to sand it back, I'll do it at the shop, and completely spray paint it. Luckily it's all small areas, so if it's not perfect, it shouldn't stand out too much, not like, you know, a bonnet. But I mean, it is shiny. I can literally see myself in it, so I'm pretty pleased with that. It's yeah, a lot of time and effort, but not perfect, but for a first attempt and an amateur, I'm quite happy.